If you clicked on this video, you're probably confused by the title.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to be 100 humans versus one gorilla?
Nope, today we're switching it up. So, imagine 100 silverback gorillas standing in the middle of Times Square. One gorilla can bench press 4,000 pounds. That's basically like you lifting a Tesla Model 3 over your head for fun. Combined, these 100 apes represent 40,000 pounds of pure territorial muscle. Now, place a single human in front of them, just an average guy. Maybe they're wearing a hoodie. In any normal universe, this human is a smoothie in approximately 0.4 seconds. But today isn't a normal day, because the human has a secret. What I didn't tell you is that this human is the only human to ever reach an IQ of 300. They're even smarter than Tony Stark. Now the gorillas are about to find out why humans are the most terrifying species to ever walk the earth. To understand why this fight is even possible, other than their monstrous IQ, we have to look at the biological trade-off. Millions of years ago, primates hit a fork in the road. Gorillas went left. They chose the tank build. They invested everything into bone density and muscle fibers that are 4 times stronger than ours. A gorilla doesn't need to learn how to punch. It just hits you and your ribs turn into dust. Humans, we went right. We chose the thinker build. We traded 70% of our physical strength for a brain that consumes 20% of our daily calories. This was a massive risk. In a fair fight, a human loses to almost everything. A house cat could probably give you a run for your money if it was motivated enough. Pretty embarrassing, not gonna lie. But humans didn't survive by being cheaters. We invented the spear. We invented the gun. And we even invented something that can level entire cities in seconds, the atomic bomb. Today, we've invented the urban dominance suit. If you have a better name, let me know in the comments. The biggest hurdle in this suit is the square cube law. If you scale a human to be as strong as a gorilla, our bones would snap under our own weight. But if you give a human a hydraulic exoskeleton, the math changes. This isn't Iron Man. It's better. It's a Sandevistan. Just kidding. It's a 400-pound carbon fiber frame powered by high-pressure hydraulics. It doesn't make the humans super, it just makes them efficient. The human strength is now equal to 5 gorillas, but they are still outnumbered 20-1. If the gorillas surround him, the hydraulics will jam, the carbon fiber will shatter, and the human becomes a canned sardine, so the stakes are serious. Before we begin, these are the rules. The suit only has 23 hours of peak power, so the human has to survive for an entire day. There are 100 gorillas. The fight takes place in Times Square, and in order for the human to win, they either have to kill all the gorillas or they have to make them flee the arena, which is Times Square. Let the fight begin. To start things off, the human doesn't run at the gorillas. That's a gorilla move. The human runs into the Grand Central Terminal. The human's first strategy? Funneling. In an open field, the human dies. In a narrow corridor, 100 gorillas become 1 gorilla at a time. It's the 300 Spartan strategy, but with more concrete and overpriced coffee shops. I'm looking at you, Starbucks. The human's second strategy? Verticality. Gorillas can climb trees. They cannot navigate a revolving door or an elevator shaft. The human uses the suit's magnetic clamps to scale the outside of a skyscraper. Yes, this time, the roles are reversed. Bye-bye, King Kong. The human's final strategy is psychological asymmetry. Gorillas rely on intimidation displays. They beat their chests, they scream. The human doesn't scream back. The human uses the suit to emit a high-frequency ultrasonic pulse. To the gorillas, it sounds like 1,000 chainsaws starting inside their ears. This isn't a fight, it's an evacuation. The human isn't trying to kill 100 gorillas, they're trying to make the cost of staying higher than the cost of leaving. Humans are the only animals that can weaponize an environment they didn't even build for fighting. To the human, New York City isn't a battlefield. It's a 13-mile-long trap. 23 hours pass by and the battery hits 1%. Times Square is empty. The human is exhausted. The suit is basically destroyed. Did the human win because they were stronger? No. They won because they understood the human cheat code. We don't adapt to nature. We force nature to adapt to us. Humans didn't become the dominant species because we have the biggest muscles or the sharpest teeth. We became the dominant species because we are the only ones dumb enough to look at a 40,000-pound problem and decide we can build a solution for it. Nature doesn't create superheroes, it creates survivors, and humans are the most creative survivors the universe has ever seen. Sorry, aliens.